This monument is the single largest piece of freestanding polished granite in the Western Hemisphere. Now, as you can see, there are cannons all around the monument. Each one represents a different battle from the Civil War.
It's important to communicate to cadets that it isn't just an interest in the military that's going to qualify you, but that you have to have shown some leadership, be it in sports or in the academic field or at your institution. You've excelled academically and you've excelled physically. And you are the type of character that we would like to have in the American Officer Corps. So it's that well-rounded, that balanced individual that the Academy is looking for, like many of the finer institutions in the country.
We like to think of West Point as a national symbol. And truly it is a national symbol. And I would think for a lot of people, if you want to consider it a household term, it's because of the symbology of it. The Corps of Cadets is the reason why guys like me are here right now, but the reason that the Corps of Cadets is at West Point is because West Point represents the bedrock values of America. The whole good idea of what it means to be an American, what it means to be America, is right here at this rock.
That's really the only monument here that's dedicated to more than one person. It's also one of the relatively few that's not dedicated to an Academy graduate, but it's in recognition of the crucial role of the American soldier, forgetting the officer corps, but the American soldier that these officers lead.
Each window tells its own wear and tear story. Here in the glazing shop, the sashes are restored using the proper tools to first remove layers of old paint and caulk. Denise carefully etches out the old putty, at the same time searching for the embedded glazing points.
Well, I got the points out now.
The iron to keep there maybe. Yeah, the iron.
Yes, this is the glazing point which holds the glass into the frame.
There are 10 separate windows labeled, stacked, and ready to be worked on.
I am removing the old glazing putty so that I can remove the glass in one piece. I am presently trying to break the seal where the putty has fallen between the wood and the glass. I am removing the glass from the window sash in one piece.
The hardware is also removed and placed in appropriately labeled bags. And where old weather stripping is concerned, extra care is taken to keep the wood gouge-free.
This is the weather stripping for the in between the two sashes.
Old weather stripping.
Old weather stripping. And I was doing fine until I got to this one. I try to put the putty knife in there because I don't like sticking a screwdriver in it and prying it up because it gouges the wood. So we try to manipulate it using a putty knife in there, so something to lift against.
Once all of the hardware and old stripping is removed, stripper is brushed on all sides to lift up the layers of varnish and paint. As always, safety is the #1 priority before handling potentially hazardous chemicals. Not only are we using chemical means to strip away old putty, paint, and varnish, but also a heat gun and heat plate are used to lift old compounds. And care must be taken not to excessively heat the glass or it may shatter.
This is a glazer's heat plate. It's got the element coming out the side rather than on the bottom, which allows it to soften the putty, the older putty.
Meantime, back at the house, the area is being prepared for refinishing.